everybody. Figured I'm heading off my property, so I do a little video. Hopefully this one holds up and is a lot better than the last one that I did. That way you can see how the drive is out here. It's a pretty rough ride, but it's a pretty rough ride, but it's kind of a good thing. Less having any trouble out here in the sense of people coming out. Oh, I forgot I was going to take the other road. So I ended up I cleared out some path for me to get out off my property to the road a little straighter, but I did not take that way, so you guys are gonna come this way with me. It's not that big of a difference, just a lot of going round and around. But yeah, so headed to get my my wire for the solar, and to get my my battery charger, just to use as a backup. And as you see, here's the first minor hurdle, but we try and definitely keep that maintained, because if that's not there, I am not getting to my property. But yeah, a lot of twisting and turning. I do want to keep an eye out, because I saw some lights over in the distance over here. I'm curious if somebody is staying out on their property or what the heck it is. Maybe it's aliens. But yeah, so as you can see, it's very bumpy. Hit that a little harder than I wanted to. Yeah, most of it's not too bad. I mean, this obviously you gotta go down in a little bit of a ditch, but it's definitely no problem doing it. But yeah, you'll see the fun part a little bit later. But the rain just washes these roads out. If I have to go out after it rains, and that's pretty much the rain that I've been getting, the lighter rain, I always try and stay in the center so that I'm not pretty much doing what like up here looks like, where it's got the ditch in the middle. Trying to more push down the center and make it a little more drivable. But I thought I would be able to see by now, maybe a little bit further down. But yeah, as you can see, people have been driving on the path while it's wet, and then there's spots that it's hard to keep my tire in the center. I don't want to really hit too much. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's still a little bit damp. It's not bad right now, but like I said, I'm just curious about those lights because they seem to be like moving around like crazy. Staying in the same area, but moving around like crazy. Again, another spot that got mushed down in the rain. Stay over to the side a little bit. Kind of got to go back and forth because there's only certain spots that I can get up on the side because there's stuff growing on it. I kind of would like to take a ride out here at night to see if I can see where those lights are lit up. Like I said, they stay in the same area, but they do like move around a lot. So we'll take a look. There's somebody's property over here. Maybe, I mean, it's possible it's them. I've drove through here. Since I started seeing the lights, and I did not, it didn't really look like anybody was there. So, and it looked kind of further away. But yeah, you can see all the ditches where it's washed out. And right here is always fun because you're right next to the ditch. Now let's see. I don't remember if that camper. Yeah, no, that camper was there. The only thing is, I really don't think those lights would. Yeah, nah. It still has the canopy all messed up and everything, so I don't think they've been out here for a while. Like I said, I'm just curious. Truthfully, I think it probably is like a lot further over that I'm seeing those lights. Yeah, this is a bad spot here. That's still got water sitting in there, and it's very. There's like ditches carved into it. Yeah, the one big thing about driving this is you gotta pay attention, and try and do your best not to damage or make indents in the road, because pretty much because it's your way out. You mess this up, you're stuck here, or you're stuck out. So, or you're just spending a long while trying to fix it. Eventually, at some point, I do want to get like a Bobcat or something and try and maintain these roads a little better. I mean, stuff like here isn't a problem, but as you can see back there, could definitely use a fill-in, and right now, all I got is buckets and shovels. Which, I mean, I do still want to come over and fix some spots anyways. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of rock dumped here. There are other people like the cows and the horses, they do a lot of maintenance on these roads because they're driving them constantly, so they have to be able to get through here. But with having a two-wheel van, it would be nice to have them a lot more maintained. As you see, there's the road to the right. That's the old road. They cut this one in so they could get through. But yeah, if I could manage to get a Bobcat, I don't mind coming out here and fixing up these roads and making them a lot better. The only place that, and you'll see ahead, that I don't know how I'll be able to fix is that hill I have to go down. That's going to take a lot. So yeah, it's one of those. Alright, I'm back. I forgot I wanted to bring my adjustable and hammer so I could really tighten that up, because I think that's the main problem. That top bracket is very loose and it just spins. So I think if I crank that down really hard, it'll hold a lot better. But unfortunately, all I have is pliers, so I tightened it up, but it's definitely gonna, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come off when I come back. So next trip, I'll make sure I throw them in here when I'll try and remember to throw them in here when I get home. That way, they'll be in here. I might even, because the wood's rotting, maybe I can also, I'm trying to think, I think I have a piece of metal I can put on there to hold that better. Because that's a big problem. The wood is rotting, so that's why it's coming loose like that. So it has something better to grab onto. It should be good. Maybe what I'll do is I'll actually take a special trip one day and go slow, but it's just a long way. Like I said, part of why I chose this property was because it's back into Gunsight Ranch. And as rough as it is, I probably picked one of the best spots because it's not like way far back, but it's enough that pretty much I'm on my own out there. Yeah, it sucks going up that hill, but it's all good. And again, it's kind of like a security thing, because, sorry, it's going to be really loud because this is rough here, but that's just how these roads are out here when you're living on like ranches like this. Even Sunset Ranch, they definitely maintain the roads better than Gunsight Ranch, but it's still it's pretty much like this on the Sunsight Ranch, and it's like it's graded, but it's very noisy. Let's go on this side. But yeah, I used to be leery about letting Rhea out of the van, and like when I'm opening the gate, because I didn't want her running off or anything, but she's gotten really good. I call her, she comes. I told her, come on, we're getting in, and like not even near the van, and she goes right to the van, climbs right in. And 9 times out of 10, when I'm looking around for her, she ends up being like right there. She's like, I ain't doing nothing wrong. Why are you calling me? Something got ran over. I think it was a rabbit. we go along that there's spots the road just falls off. Alright, I'm trying to get to a spot that the driving's not too loud. Sorry about that, guys. The battery ended up dying, which it made it a lot longer than it ever has, so that's a good thing. The last time I didn't even get halfway and the battery died. But so yeah, the good thing is it's not overheating or anything like that, so. No, it's also not as hot today. There's a little bit of overcast, so it's also not sitting in the sun. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to get done out here. If somebody came out here and it was like just you come out here for a while, then yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would be fine with it. But long term, like I'm gonna do, and like I told my neighbor, I told him, I'm gonna end up dying out here. I am not going anywhere. But yeah, so long term, definitely not for everybody, but it definitely would be a nice getaway. Just like I said, you gotta be somebody like me that actually enjoys this stuff to actually live out here. And I mean, truthfully for me, I don't need much, so other than keeping my cold food cold, if I didn't have anything, if I didn't have power, I really wouldn't care. I mean, yes, I do watch TV sometimes. Well, pretty pretty much every morning and every night I watch TV. But if I didn't have that, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Cell phone signal on my property. I even get internet with my cell phone. Nothing spectacular, but it does enough. I mean, it depends on also like a lot of times I don't get the internet on my cell phone inside my structure. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. And I definitely don't get internet on the opposite side of my structure. But, so yeah, I mean, there is cell phone service out here. And I mean, I do have the Starlink add-on on my phone, so GPS will work for me anywhere. And I am able to text. We are actually just about out. But yeah, so I mean, I have like basic services. When I don't have the GPS signal, or when I don't have the phone signal, obviously I can't call. Yeah, there's the entrance. Not bad. Only had to change the battery once. Like I said, we're going to the restaurant to pick up the stuff that I ordered. That way I can get that stuff taken care of. And yeah, the one hard thing right now is storage. Right now I have a big pile of stuff inside my structure that I can't really organize because I don't have like shelves and stuff like that. It'll be nice once I can do that. I might even build myself a little shed to put my tools and stuff in. That would be nice because that way I won't need to have it in my structure. So here's Route 1111, and that is the drive out. Like I said, we're headed to the diner. I'll keep you guys recording until I get to the diner. Then maybe I'll record on the way back too, so you guys can check that out. It is still a little ways to the diner, so we pretty much gotta go all the way to the end of 1111 and then turn, and then we got a little more ways to go. Let me put my armrest down. Yeah, Ray's being really good, just chilling here. So right now. They're the ones making it possible. Yeah, Kevin, he actually helped me because I have my bus and my van. He actually helped me get down here. And anytime I need something, it's great because I just ask and he does anything that he can. And that is awesome. Alright, sorry about that. The camera died. I think you guys are a little bit too high. There we go. I think it overheated again. I turned off the air for a little bit so we didn't have that sound going. But I turned it back on, so hopefully it'll keep it cool enough. Charging my GoPro batteries. But sorry, lost my train of thought there. But yeah, a lot of people that do move out here to a lot more easily accessible places, like where it's flat land. They just pretty much make a driveway to their place. I wanted a place with features. Like I wanted to be near canyons and stuff like that and interesting stuff around me. That's part of why I chose the property, because I knew there was those features. And there was supposed to be a maintained road, but I learned quick that that maintained road is non-existent. Alright, we're not too far away. Again, for my Connecticut people, not too far away is a lot further than you think. But yeah, I mean, if you look, even traffic-wise, there's barely anything out here. I mean, a couple times this road has had a decent amount of traffic, but even the decent amount of traffic is not very much. I used to work a lot. stock up, get a good stock of food for them that'll last at least a month. Because that's my goal, to get to the point where maybe once a month, if that, I go out into civilization. Help that they let me get packages here, because I literally do not know what I would have done. There you go. Don't park right there. Don't park right there. Don't park right there. Okay, I guess he's gonna park right there. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what I would have done. Well, I do know, but it's just another expense if I had to go and pay to have a place for my stuff to go. But yeah, this is a diner, and I'm telling you, if you're ever in the area, go and eat at this diner. Their food was awesome. I had breakfast. I haven't tried their lunch and dinner yet. But yeah, their breakfast was awesome. I definitely would love to get out here more to get breakfast. Oh hell, they have a help wanted sign. Maybe I can, when I eventually do need to get a job, maybe I could get one here. I'm not going to take you guys inside the diner just out of respect for people that are in there. I don't record people or even mention people without permission. Which actually, sorry, Nick and Nate. I asked your father, but I didn't ask you guys if I can mention you guys. But anyways, let me run in here, get my packages, and then we can head back. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, I'm back, guys. Yeah, my packages came in, so should be getting a little bit better. But yeah, definitely, like I said, if you're in this area, go to this diner. It is a great diner. Not easy. Oh, why is my... Hold on a sec, guys. I gotta fix my mirror because I didn't even notice, but... No. You gotta say, not here. You're okay. I know there's times I let you out. You can't go in there. Yeah, sometimes she likes to, get, I want to make sure I'm not gonna crash into anybody. She likes to get under my feet where I'm trying to drive, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. way to go. I wasn't paying attention. I was putting some chapstick on because Lord knows you need that out here. But yeah, to me it's pointless buying. Like, it's not what I want. I want no man's land. I want where I'm not really visible to anybody. I mean, yeah, I get the occasional people coming through, which is fine, but like the last place I lived, I could have like spit and hit the house next to us, and I don't like that. I'm not a city dweller that not a city dweller. I don't like having a lot of people around. Now the other thing is coming this way. I gotta keep an eye out because I never. Oh wait, no, I'm going to Sierra Blanca first. I might keep you guys on, not definite, but this part of the trip I'll put on the video. We'll see. This is just pretty much driving down a road. And like I said, I'm getting gas. I mean, I might, but, ooh. Oh, those dips like that makes your stomach turn over. I gotta put this on. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna get Brea water. Oh yeah, I gotta remember, I have a couple empty waters I wanna fill up. Oh, I should have grabbed the one that I had at my house, at my place. But yeah, I mean, like, it's good driving and like looking out, you can see miles and miles of land, the mountains in the distance and all that, but to live here, it's like, I don't want people right there. I want it to actually feel like wilderness. And yeah, my property definitely does. Yeah, that's actually good to know that I can. But yeah, that's probably why I was getting enough power even with the wrong size gauge wire. But without those two panels, ever since those two panels, I lost those two panels, I've been having issues. But I mean, I'm also running more, and it's not a big system, so decided, well, the battery died. Now I have it hooked up to the van, so the battery won't die. But I also figured I'd stop and give Freya some water, so she's not dehydrated. She didn't drink very much. I definitely expected her to drink a lot more than that, but yeah, it's there if she needs it. She was a good girl. She didn't try and dart out or anything. I told her to stay. She stayed. right now, I did have to bite the bullet. And I know it's okay to ask for help. And it's not that I have a problem with it. It just, I don't know, it just like makes me feel lesser when I'm not doing it myself. But everybody does need help, and everybody does have their own tolerances. I hope nobody takes that as that does need help, takes it as knocking on them. Life isn't easy, I know. I mean, especially in Connecticut, I don't know how you all do it living there. It is so expensive, and now I hear the electric's going up another 13%. In 2027, and it's sky high now. So, I mean, I give you all a lot of credit for doing what you all do there. I don't want you to think that I don't. I always used to tell everybody that I don't know how you all do it. I got lucky when I was in Connecticut. I was renting out a friend's basement and finished basement, and it was at a decent rate. But I hear people 1-bedroom apartments, $1,500 a month. I would never do that. And they set you up to bill. Like, legally, I wouldn't be able to live in my bus in Connecticut. Sorry guys, it's one of those, I always like to look at other people's properties to see how they do stuff and get some ideas and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, yeah, I mean, that's why it is very hard for me to ask for money. I'm just that type of person, or even pretty much anything. But for the most part, it's been pretty good, other than right now, because what happened was I had gotten hurt at work, so I was getting workman's comp, and now they cut off the workman's comp because it's going to be added into my settlement, so I'm not getting that check weekly anymore, but I have to wait for the settlement to come in. So right now everything's very tight, but it'll get better. Alright, so I got gas. I wasn't able to fill up the waters because they don't have a filling station here in Sierra Blanca. But that's okay. I mean, I have plenty of water. I just would prefer to have all of them full. Let's see, which way do we want to go? Oh yeah, no, we gotta go down here. But yeah, it's kind of a pain that Sierra Blanca too is you see a lot of stray dogs running around. At least I'm thinking they're stray. There could be these dogs, but like I haven't seen them the past couple times. But there was like a whole gang of dogs wandering around. road you have to learn to drive down. And places like that spot back there, there's a lot of places like that when you start going, you have to commit. You can't slow down or stop, because then you'll end up getting stuck. Yeah, I made that mistake on the hill and almost got stuck there. So, but now I've gotten pretty good at driving this stuff. It is slow going. I mean, the good thing about my van is that it has a pretty decent suspension. It's up a good amount, so off the ground, so I have decent clearances. Obviously it could be better, but it's enough. And it's a strong engine, so other than not being four-wheel drive, this is actually a pretty decent truck for out here, or van for out here. Would I buy it specifically for out here? No, but it's what I got, so I'm good. And like I said, it's handling everything pretty well. Now we should be a little bit quicker now. You get little runs where you could go a little bit quicker, but again, you have to be careful, because you'll come up to stop all of a sudden, and I wouldn't be surprised if I end up hitting something on this way. But yeah, you kind of go side to side on the roads a lot of times, depending on where the holes are, and I try and avoid as much as possible. As you can see, when we get closer to the hill, I won't be able to really avoid much, because it's all bumpy. Even these roads, I try and, like I'm saying, I'm able to speed up, but it's one of those, yeah, like right here, if you didn't know this was here, that would not be a fun thing to hit. Yeah, I mean, pretty much as soon as I get off of 111, the main road off of my property, as soon as I get off of that, I pretty much don't go more than 40 miles an hour. Girl, she's doing like she always does on rides, and being good, and just laying down between the seats. Unfortunately, there's not a good way to, because of the stuff growing, there's not a good way to stay out of the middle. It's the one spot I do get a little close for comfort with the bushes, because some of these bushes have prickers that it already took out 2 tires on the bus. Sorry guys, I'm gonna stop for a second. I just want to see what I can one that you'll probably never see me take again. Unless, obviously, there's no choice, but... the other road is two reasons. One, you have the ditches that are pretty much impossible unless you're jacked up and got big tires, and definitely have four-wheel drive. And two, it's like a 5-hour drive going that way. It brings you like all the way around the property. So, but yeah, it was cool. The live stream was cool the other night. I talked to some people that are already out here doing like I'm doing. Obviously doing a lot. Obviously getting a lot more done. Right now, like I said, I'm kind of on hold. We're at the water tank, so this is going to be where you'll actually be able to see the real bad part of getting out of here. The rest of it's not that bad, especially now that I've driven it. The funny thing is, I came in here I don't know how many times at night, and somehow I made it. Hell, I came in here at night with only low beams the first time. Actually, I think even the second time. So I could see like not even a car length ahead of me. Yeah, so we're coming up. As you can see, this is rough, but we are coming up on the real bad part. And I just take it slow. Once I get off of here, it's a lot better. It's not great, but it's a lot better. That's where I usually tend to go faster. Yeah, I'm very happy that Freya does take this well. I mean, it's definitely obvious why she lays down, but I try and line up my tires in those in between the thing. Yeah, unfortunately, I always get that last hit. And we yeah, that's pretty much, she knows to lay down and while I'm driving. I kind of feel bad because it's pretty much everywhere you go here, it's like an hour away, so but yeah, I'm going to the diner. They're nice enough to let me get my bigger size packages there. I'm not definite, but I think it's a little bit closer than Sierra Blanca. But with Sierra Blanca, I think the post office doesn't accept FedEx or UPS or anything like that, so I have to have some place that I can get packages. But yeah, so that was the main down of the hill. I'll try and get you going up that hill, because that's the fun part. Going down, like, I mean, you could get stuck, but a lot less of a chance. But yeah, the live stream was cool. I found out there's actually somebody else here on Gunsight Ranch that I've actually been following as well, which is cool. It's good to know somebody's close. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying close, but again, my nearest neighbor is probably like at least a mile away. I'm sure all of you think I'm crazy for getting the property I did just for the fact of the drive in and out. But in some ways it's good because kind of a nobody's been there for a long while. And then you have the ones that, you know, are just people go out every so often, a couple times a year or stuff like that, or once a year. Those are probably more the hunters. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, not a lot of people would be able to make it doing this out here. Solitude. A lot of people can't deal with solitude for long periods of time. I actually enjoy it. But don't get me wrong, it's great to have people come by. Oh, that one has some flowers on it. It's great to have people come by. Like my neighbor came by and he was hanging out for a little bit. I showed him my property. And we were talking for a bit, but I'm the type that I pretty much live in solitude. Even when I was in Connecticut, I didn't really go out much. I was pretty much a homebody. And the work that you have to do, a lot of people wouldn't want to have to do like highest it was like around 210 over like 98. And pretty much everybody yelled at me, oh, you gotta get on medicine, you gotta get on medicine. And for one thing, once you're on the medicine, you're like stuck on the medicine, and I know I'm not reliable with medicine. I occasionally do vitamins, and I'm like, I'm gonna do vitamins, I'm gonna constantly keep on the vitamins, and I always end up not taking them. And it's dangerous with the heart medication. It could actually give you a heart attack, give you a stroke, if you don't take it after taking it. So to me, it was going to actually be more dangerous getting on the medication. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was able to, not substantially, but be able to lower it a little bit when it got real high, just by breathing and trying to relax. But now that I'm out here, I'm so relaxed, I don't have, like, I have a lot on my shoulders in the sense I have to get my place built, but it's not stressful stuff. I mean, first of all, it's stuff that I want to do. I'm enjoying doing this, and I'm also taking my time with it. I'm not stressing on getting it done. The structure I do need to have done before winter time. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I don't, it's not as big of a deal because I have the schoolie, but it would be nice to have room to move around and stuff. Because I do notice that my body's different with the temperatures now. Like, when I say it gets cold at night, it's still in like the 50s, 60s, but to me that feels cold. Whereas when I was in Connecticut, we were praying during winter time to get the 50s and 60s weather. And I mean, I've been pretty good with the heat. There's some days that, yeah, it does get really hot. Like, it just feels, I don't know, it feels burning. But I actually don't mind the heat. I actually like the heat. I mean, yeah, it does bother me a little bit when it's like that real, I don't know if it's the heat or if it's the heat or I don't know what it is. It's maybe just the sun actually beating down on me. But I mean, so far, it's perfect down here for me. It's definitely where I belong. Kevin is going to be coming down here for winter time, probably around January, which would be good to have somebody to hang out with. And we'll get to check stuff out, and I'll give him time to relax because I know he's doesn't cut, the battery doesn't cut off while I'm doing the live stream. That was one of the problems. So I went in and got my packages, and lady said, "No, you can just go back and get them," which kind of is worrisome because anybody could grab them. But I mean, it's one of those, you gotta know that they're back there, so it's not like just anybody's gonna go back and grab them. handle cold water. Like I said, I have a feeling I am gonna have to line it. I was hoping the clay would hold the water, but I thought this last rainstorm there would at least be a puddle in there, and there wasn't even that. So, but I mean, it was a lot of rain. Truthfully, I mean, it wasn't even as big of a rain as it was when I caught the 75 gallons. I mean, I think I only caught like 20, like, actually no, less. I think it was like 15 gallons of water. But I mean, I thought I would at least see some sort of, even if it was a little tiny puddle, something, but it didn't do nothing. I always get excited because I see the sign. This one's for Sunset Ranch, but, well, they're both for Sunset Ranch, but it always, like, is in my mind, this is the way we turn into my property, but then I see the camper over there and I know. It'll be coming up in a little bit. Yeah, I was at that point. I got some soda. I just had the urge. I really shouldn't because it's not the greatest thing for my money to go to, but a little drink. I'm not a big sugar person. About the main thing that I use sugar for is my coffee. But like, I could go forever without having candy, but sometimes I hit that where I really want sugar, and like, I will go overboard on sugar. But yeah, I found some candy, so that I had stashed away. So if I get that urge, I try not to eat a lot of candy though. Even when I was back in Connecticut, I really didn't do candy that much or sugary stuff. The only thing is my drinks. I can't do straight water for some reason. Like, I could drink like 10 gallons of straight water and still be thirsty. But the minute I put something, anything, any type of flavoring in the water, I'm fine. It'll hydrate me. Even though I know the water is hydrating me, I'll feel hydrated. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It kind of sucks because, like, if I run out of drink mix, then all I got is water. charge up all my batteries if any of them are bad. It's got the repair function. I mean, I don't know, depending, because I do have one battery that says it's bad, so we'll see if this will fix it. But that's a good thing, is the charger, because with the LiPo, you want to have them all at the same level when you connect them, because otherwise the whole system will go by the lowest battery level. So you could have, like, say you have 3 batteries, you could have 2 of them fully charged, 1 of them low, and all of them will be low. So that's the other good thing. I'll be able to charge them up enough to have the I don't know if there's a way to get past. That's not good. One of these ways I can get through. Oh, there we go. I see detour signs. Watch, it's probably gonna take me like a month, like 10 miles to get around it. Okay, that's the only detour sign, so I need to see. Yeah, no, that's not a way to get through. kind of a mix. It's my voice, but also I have a hand signal, and I usually do them both at once. Paw, all I need to do is put my hand out, and she gives me her paw. And then stop. I pretty much do kind of like a crossing guard does, and put my whole hand out straight. Yeah, she's good about all of them. And then stop is a couple things. Stop is like, no, you can't. Like when I got out of the truck, I'm sure you've heard me say stop, or no, you can't get out yet. I put my hand out at the same time so she knows, and she's good. She'll stop and wait for me, and when I get out, what she'll do is she'll come climb up in my seat and look out the window, or she'll like look out the back window if she sees me back that way. But yeah, I mean, she learned that stuff very quickly. I haven't really had her that long. I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels like I've had her forever, but it's funny, I'm talking to you and I didn't even realize, I saw it and it just clicked in that we passed the gun sight sign. Talking to you guys, that's why I like talking to you guys, even though I know I'm babbling, because it makes time go by. And it helps, because these are long drives. Don't get me wrong, I have, hold on, let me get, just gotta get something. But yeah, I can't wait to get home, try out the wires. It's getting a little bit later on and it's not real sunny out, so I'm not gonna count on my battery bank getting charged today. Okay, so yeah, I grabbed a cherry Coke. Ugh, tasted nasty. Or not cherry Coke, cherry Pepsi. Cherry Coke I like. But yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. But whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's times that Freya does get not aggressive, but like forceful, like, I want you to do this now. And like, you will know if she wants attention. Like, I'll be sitting in my chair trying to do something. She'll keep touching my hand and interrupt me until I start paying attention to her. Fetch is another one. She'll keep hounding you until you play fetch. That's why I love playing fetch with her, but I want her to understand that we can't play fetch all the time. Because I mean, right now, yeah, I got a lot of time to play fetch. But when I get the stuff for the structure, I'm not. I'm still gonna play fetch. Probably what I'll do is I'll have my coffee in the morning and then play some fetch with her and then start working. fetch, she can make me play fetch. Not necessarily make me, but so there's times that, oh, what? Just trying to get that rabbit. Or the bunny. It was small, so I think it was a little bamboo, and then that bird's mat that I came by. But I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. It's because, I mean, I probably could go on the other side of the road, but I'm trying to not drive in the center because here's not bad, but back there was where it has the rumble strips. But yeah, because I mean, I just want her to know that I just don't want her to get where she thinks I'm literally gonna play with her all day. Because when I need to do work, I need to do work. And she's actually pretty well gotten there. She still tries to push, but she understands a lot quicker that I'm not going to play with her at that point in time. Like I said, she picks up on stuff very quickly. And I don't know if I told you, but the other day a cow came by the property and she didn't chase after it. She literally, she did a little whoop. I came out and looked and saw the cow, and she just stood right beside me. Oh, I see something. What is that? That's my first animal. Watch, I'm not going to be able to see it now. It was somewhere in here. That is literally the first animal that I've seen, but I couldn't see what it was. And it is gone. I don't see it anywhere in here. Yeah, my neighbor is telling me he sees them all the time, but no. Well, I literally do. I never see anything in here. That's the first animal. I don't know. I'll have to look back in the video, see if I can tell what it was. I don't see it at all. Damn. I wanted to get a good look at that. That's the one thing that did bum me out about the property, was that I wasn't seeing any animals except for the cows and horses. I don't know, maybe it was just early, because I mean, oh, look at that, wildlife all over. You got a little jackrabbit. So don't worry, bud, I'm not going to eat you. You might have that disease. small stuff. And it could just be like where I'm at, that there's nothing, and it just happens that when I come by, like this area I come by, I'm not. Sorry guys, I'm just really looking around now. I'm just not hitting it the right time or whatever to see them. Because I mean that's one of the plans for coming here, and part of why I got the ranch too was for the hunting. And not seeing animals, I've always been like, what the heck? Oh, more rabbit, another rabbit, dinner. That one actually doesn't look like. Yeah, it is rabbit. It actually doesn't look like it has the disease. I always forget the name of that disease that they have. It's like, it's one where like, it's the, I mean, they nickname it the zombie rat disease, or the rabbit zombie disease. But, I forget what it's actually called. It's where they like start growing horns out of their body. I'm gonna check this road because see if it's that bad, because instead of driving all the way over there, oh, right there it is. Instead of driving all the way over there, it makes more sense to go this way. Oh, I think it actually is bad. I mean, I'll make it, but it's definitely flatter the other way. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, I haven't seen the big animals, but I have been seeing more wildlife out. I mean, heck, I just, well, Freya pointed it out to me, but I just saw a toad the other night. That I posted on my, I ended up posting that on my Facebook if you want to take a look. Which surprised me. I did not expect to see a toad out here. I always, whenever you picture toad, you picture wet, and it's definitely not wet out here. Yeah, that actually isn't too bad. I don't know. I'll make a decision whether I'm gonna keep going the other way. Probably just because less bumps means less pressure on, or less beating up on my vehicle. And we're back at the green gate. Right, Freya? You ready? Oh, look at you jump up. You go out if you want. Can you make it? I'm just taking a sec. Bye-bye, Freya. I'm kidding. You could go out. You could go out. Yeah, I'm gonna open up this gate and, oh, I thought I saw an animal, because he may very well dart, even if she sees a rabbit, and I definitely don't want her to go after the rabbits, because they have that disease. But let me go open this gate. I'll be right back. also get in if you want. I'm just moving the truck forward. You gotta move your butt though. You're a good girl. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can go take a drink. I'm sorry. I didn't see that you were taking a drink. Alright. I'll move forward. If you want, we can wait a sec so you can take a drink. I know you're going to want to get out when I go close the gate. Well, the good thing is the gate did not come off the hinge. It looks like there's a... Looks like there's a light over there. I wonder if somebody's over there. Possibility. You were getting in the truck. Come on. Rhea? Where are you? You just decided to do a lap around the van? Alright, come on. Watch out. Watch out. You gotta move your butt. You gotta move your butt. Get your butt out of here. Good girl. Mwah. That was great. You did a good job. Well, let's get to eye goopies. With all this dust, she gets eye goopies. And I try and take them out of her eyes so she's not, because, I mean, it must be annoying. Heck, I know they'd annoy me. Run ahead of me. But just in case something's out here, I don't want her to chase it. I personally wouldn't care if she wanted to walk in front of me, but I don't want her to see like a rabbit or something and start chasing it, or those little lizards that she likes to chase. But yeah, she's always been good, but when she gets excited about something like she sees, like when she was seeing the cattle, she'd get excited and pretty much not hear me when I'm calling her. She's gotten better with that, but I just try and be careful about that. Because I mean, I know she would come back eventually, but like I said, I don't want her to get one of those rabbits, start gnawing on it, and I don't know if that disease transmits dogs, but I'd prefer not to take that chance. I don't want a zombie dog. always better to be safe. I know I'm going a little slow. I'm just trying to take a drink. Oh yeah. I don't know what the heck Pepsi did, but this cherry Pepsi is. I'm gonna drink it just because I'm a cheap bastard and I'm not about to just throw out a soda, especially with as expensive as they are. But I mean, aside from that, here I want to go slow because God forbid I hit a rock that's like sharp or something. I mean, it's more keeping an eye out, but also I don't want to beat up the van any more than I have to. That's why, like little bumps even, I go slow. If I had like a beastie truck, then I'd be like, yeah, whatever, I'll hit anything. But and if I had a secondary vehicle, like I got the bus, and I may be able to get it down. Well, very good chance I could get it down the mountain, but no guarantee getting it up. I mean, yeah, eventually if I can manage to figure a good way to, I have to keep an eye on my gas container, make sure it didn't flip. Hopefully eventually I'm able to, like I said, work on these ditches and work on the hill and get it to where it's not that bad to get up it, but that's some time away. But I unregistered my bus anyways. I'm not planning to take it off the property. It pretty much served its purpose, and it's still serving its purpose. Right now, it's where I'm living. Yeah, there's all these rocks that are jutting out. That's why I'm driving so slow. Especially when I get up here, it's gonna be a real. Watch it. It's somebody just like messing with me. Going out there with like a spot beam or something, just to make me think I'm crazy, or to make me think I'm looking at alien, or I'm seeing aliens. I mean, yeah, no, it's not that place. 100% not that place. It wouldn't make it over the ridge line. Maybe it's somebody like around. It might be further off that I can't see right now. Alright, well I pretty well looked at that, so I gotta pay attention to the road some more. I'm really breaking my rules today. So, well, at least I know it's not those. It almost looks like there might be a structure over there, possibly. Yeah, maybe I'll, even though I wanted to get something done on the structure, maybe I'll take a walk that way, see if on my walk I see a structure. you see how I'm driving on these roads. These roads are like my van, my van like tips on its side almost. And again, eventually I'm gonna come through and try and, it's gonna be a lot of work, but try and get the roads a little better, even if they're like this, where, yeah, it's rocky, but whatever. So bouncy. It's at least not like dipping down like it is. Because I don't like my van leaning too far to the side, because I'm sure it's not healthy for my suspension. I'm not sure, but I think I see the top of my structure. Which actually, yeah, that's not, it wouldn't be over here, it would be further. So it's definitely, I'm definitely not going to be able to see it from here. Whatever those lights are. Yeah, so we're going to take a walk tomorrow. But yeah, these roads are pretty rough. This isn't too bad over here. The biggest problem is that hill. It's a slight possibility it's the one all the way over there, but that's a hell of a light. They almost seem like maybe they're not as far as I'm thinking, and maybe it's just hunters parked there. Yeah, as you see, I kind of go side to side, and whichever side I can drive with one tire in the middle to try and, instead of making more grooves. I know I probably, well, it almost looks like it might rain tonight. Not supposed to, but never know. But I also, I can only get like weather from Sierra Blanca. It's not like it's right in my area, so you never know. Yeah, at first I was kind of thinking that it was a place over here that I saw the lights, but yeah, that's why I never have a like definite of how the weather's gonna be, and it is always different than, not always, but for the most part, I have a lot of differences from Sierra Blanca. Especially wind-wise. Wind is a lot heavier where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, I'm up on a hill. And being on the hill, I'm pretty well open over there, so they have mountains and stuff to block a lot of it. Yeah, when I first started driving this, I kept not getting back before dark, and definitely a lot more difficult when it's dark, especially when you're not used to driving it. and you're not definite on like turns you have to take, and you'll see the great part up here. I think I talked about it earlier. And wow, the camera has done very well this trip. Where this grate is, I didn't know that that's where I had to turn, and I thought I was closer, but I wasn't. And I think that's the part that really took me a while to get where I was going. That and the entrance to my property. And drive up here. Let's drive over this way, because I don't want to run over that bush, because that's one of those thorn bushes. Yeah, like I said, and I mean, you could see this looks a little damp, so especially when it's damp, I try and keep one set of wheels on the center whenever possible. Not too much longer, and I should start seeing my structure. Yeah, I mean, you could tell that, like, health-wise, I'm a lot better, because I'm gonna tell you, if I had to drive this before, I would be in so much pain. And so far, I've been pretty good. I haven't had even like half the aches and pains that I used to have. I still have that issue with my knee, and my back does hurt, but it's not as bad as before. It's able to handle this driving, which again, before it never would have handled it. So I know I'm driving real slow. I'm just trying to take a drink. Yeah, I do still have issues with my knees. I do get those shooting pains in my feet from my back. That's just the nerves. I mean, I've got a lot of damage in my back, especially my lower back. I have that piece, that very bottom of your spine. I actually have a crack in that. And lots of nerve damage in my spine and in my neck. That's why I'm actually surprised about how well my body's taking these drives. But yeah, when I get home, well, not when I get home, usually it's like the next day, I take a look at my van, make sure that nothing is foobarred. Let's see, I see my structure. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's, hold on, let's move a little bit forward. I don't know if my hand will get in the way. It's, oh, I can't reach far enough. Right in, it's hard to tell. The picture too small. It's like right over in here. I can see the bus and the structure. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel bad because I haven't played with Freya that much today. I played with her, but not as much as I normally do. But again, she needs to